What's going on, guys? It's Jay. So in this video I'm going to be giving some tips on how to progress faster in 24/7 mode. As you can see, I have 264 games undefeated in 24/7. I am currently number 2. I'm one away from first place. I do expect myself to make a really good lead for myself and be further away in first place later today. So I would say the easiest thing to do to get more games in 24/7 mode is to play quick games that won't take long, repeatedly. So like you could play TSG games. There's just 3 games, like 3 rounds. It's very short. It's just like wild. So I will say keep playing TSGs and playing wild also 3 rounds, very short. If you keep playing those, you will have an easier time in getting games, since you don't have to play as much. Well, you don't have to play longer because the games are very short. So you could play several games and you should be able to get a title match. I made a video on it like not that long ago, maybe like a month ago, I think. I gave some more tips on it, and I gave the exact times, like the exact time it took me to get a title match just playing wild. So I'm gonna put a little link to it so you can watch it as well. I go a little bit more in depth on it, so you guys could give that video a watch when you have time. So yeah, play games that are very short in duration. Don't play, like, for example, don't play Royal Rumble, because Royal Rumble is like 3 minutes, like 2-3 minutes, and Wild is only like a minute or like 45 seconds. So I would say avoid playing Royal Rumble or any mode outside of War, since War is basically Wild. So anything besides War, do not play in PvP because they take longer. If you want to have an easier time in 24/7 mode, I recommend well, my cards are really good, so I don't have to do this, but if your cards are a bit weaker, I recommend having equipment for your cards so you can get a little boost. Momentum as well, momentum boost. Check to see if you actually have better cards that you haven't pro'd yet, so just to make things easier. And you can also try to focus on the arrows if your cards aren't that great. Or I also recommend having like even amount of arrows, like, I don't know, 2-3 ups, 3 downs, 3 lefts, 3 rights, so you can have a higher chance of getting a compatible tag. But if your cards are pretty good like mine, you should have an easier time. You don't have to like check your equipment or momentum as much, because at least for me, coming from me who's basically number 1, I don't have any issues in 24/7 mode. I don't have to really focus on my equipment or momentum. I win almost all the time. But if your cards aren't that great, then I do recommend focusing on that. If you're someone that really needs good equipment, 24/7 mode is really helpful for that. It's really good for that. I say that because every time you get to win streak 7, you get a guaranteed equipment from Tempest to Tundra. So if you're someone that really needs good equipment and you don't care about trying to get top 15, I recommend losing repeatedly. Like every time you get to win streak 7, you win, lose right after. So every time you get an equipment, lose the game afterwards, so you could keep getting to win streak 7 and getting equipment over and over again. And yeah, that's all the tips I have for 24/7 mode. I really hope my tips really helped you in having an easier time in getting title matches and having an easier time in winning 24/7 matches.